another extremely enjoyable video about taxes. You know, this is, some people think this is kind of boring, and I do too sometimes, but this is extremely important. You know, Trump tells us Canada is ripping us off. Europe is ripping us off. No, not really. Trump is ripping us off. And his little buddies in the billionaire range are ripping us off too, because they're not paying their taxes. They just ain't doing it. It's just not happening. Laws are on their side. Sorry about that, guys. That's just the way it is. So let me talk about this a little bit. Okay, I've got this thing up here, lots of numbers and stuff. Let's say I made $100,000. What would be my tax rate? Well, it's not too bad. A little under 8%, 7.92. That's not too bad. Okay. So, let's look at another little sheet of paper I got here. If you look at the bottom of this thing, the average effective federal income tax, 16 to 23%. That's not too bad. That's higher than what I pay, isn't it? Yeah, quite a bit. What they have, let's say I own I own stock. Stock goes up. I don't sell the stock, I just keep it. That's an unrealized gain. Okay, you've gained a whole bunch of money, but you haven't sold it yet. You don't get taxed on that. Now, some people say that's okay. I say it's not, because it increases your power. You have much more power than you had before. Okay, 16 to 23%, that's in the bottom. And then if you go to the bottom of the bottom, it says wealth increase can be much lower, often ranging from 3 to 8%. So they say, yeah, you're paying 60 to 23, but you're actually paying 3 to 8%. Now, when we get into the weeds on this thing, we have another thing. It says, why the difference? Okay, let's say I have a bunch of stock. I want to get some living expenses. So, living expenses are taxable. Once you get those are, you can't just say, well, that's a living expense, I don't pay taxes on it. Of course you do. So what do? Okay, you go to your bank and say, I'm going to put up a set number of shares of stock that I have. And the bank says, oh, okay. And that's my collateral. The bank, then you borrow money from the bank. And the bank says, look, 2%. Your stock's been doing pretty good. Just give us 2%. You're a happy camper. Okay. Now you have a guy that all his living expenses, that this poor guy that's paying 8%, from his $100,000, all of a sudden, he's paying 2%. And that's to the bank, not to the feds. He's not paying any taxes at all for his living expenses. Oh, that's a great idea. We should all do that. Then the government would have no money to deal with. So, when you look at this stuff, you find if I just borrow the money that I need to live, and I'm a fat cat, the bank likes me because I'm a fat cat, I get 2% instead of 21%, 23%. I don't have to pay any of that stuff. Oh, what a great idea. Shouldn't everybody do this? Yeah. Okay, let's look at the last one. I thought this was kind of cool. So, Warren Buffett pays wealth growth $24.3 billion, paid 0.1%. Jeff Bezos, $99 billion, pays 0.98%. What's 1%? Yeah, okay. Michael Bloomberg, 22.5, 1.3%. Good on Elon Musk. Boy, he must have been screwing up big time. 13.9 billion, and he pays 3.27. Okay, who's the winner in this? Come on, man, you're getting screwed. The tax laws, as written now and as enforced now, if they're ever enforced at all, put the screws to you. Absolutely put the screws to you. These fat cats are making huge money, and guess what? They're gaining political power. Take a look at Elon Musk. Richest guy in the world, he's going for political power. And he's going to get it. He already has it. And you gave it to him when you elected Donald Trump. Because he's one of those guys too. I'll talk about his taxes here in another video. That's it on this one.